Hello, hello. It's Flippin' Bunch Night. We're glad you're here. Right now, you just have me and Mara from Borderline Furniture, but Dar is going to join us in a minute. Crystal is at least back in the country, so we're glad about that, but she's not able to join just yet. But we'll give her a. Anyway. So tonight we are talking about wood fillers. Exciting content, right? But I have a question for you. So this is the big hook before we get introduced here. So what's the one wood repair product that you absolutely cannot live without? So think about that, and then we're gonna have all kinds of discussion. So Dar should be here in a minute, but go ahead, Mara, and introduce yourself, and hopefully we'll
Okay.
have Dara just come in hot at the last minute. Here she is.
Okay. I'm Mara. I'm from Borderline Furniture, and I just like everything that is its furniture in its borderline state, whether it's outdated or broken. I love to make repairs, and I also like to reimagine and reinvent furniture. So I don't. This is not a full time for me. It's just a hobby. I have a full time job, but I enjoy it fully, and I love this group, and I love getting together with everybody. And also, I can't see any comments right now, so I don't know who's online. I'm not sure what's going on with my link, but
Okay,
um,
we'll click the thing to show the
yeah.
comments. Hi,
I
Dar.
don't see any coming in right yet.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey. So
Okay, so you
that's
popped
me.
in. You came in hot, as we say. Well, we only have one viewer right now, so I'm not surprised we don't have any comments yet. But we'll get there. So tell us about yourself, Dar.
First of
Dar.
all, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Can you hear me? Oh, all right.
I
Because
can.
I can barely hear you, Levon.
That's what Mara said.
Hi, I'm Dar from DIYs by Dar, and I am a Made by Marley brand ambassador. I sell at a local boutique, and I have a couple uh, video stores online, and that's the story.
All right. And I'm Levon from Statement Designs, and I've been flipping furniture for a long time, and it's still fun and it's still challenging. And I have one of those pieces. Okay, Gretchen says good evening, and she can hear everyone with no echo. That's awesome. We're glad you're here, Gretchen. But yeah, I'm working on this piece that's challenging me every turn. So I hope it turns out all right. I too am a brand ambassador for Made by Marley, and I put my furniture in different consignment shops, and I do have a couple opportunities coming up for different locations for smalls and that kind of thing. So once again, might be making some changes in the business, but that's the way it goes. So, Dar, before you got here, I asked everybody the riveting question that I want them to consider. Hey, Cheryl. So, what's the one wood repair product you absolutely cannot live without? So, think on that, and we're going to discuss it, and we're going to talk about some different wood filler options. So, the first thing we're going to talk about is the different types of products that we have and their properties. So, first we have water based wood fillers, and that is like DAP plastic wood X, and that's like everyday furniture prep. Then we have mineral water activated fillers, and that is an example of that is Durham's water putty. I went out of order there. um, Let me go back. Solvent based wood filler. So an example of that is DAP plastic wood professional, and that is for stronger wood repairs. So the mineral water activated filler, the Durham's water putty. So that's not a common one. Not many people have used that, but that's one that we have, and it's hard and it's paintable, and it's for repairs and rebuilding. Um, we have two-part epoxies. An example of that is Minwax High Performance, and it's for structural rebuilding and repairs. So if you have like an actual corner that's out, or you need to replace a hunk of a leg or something, those are structural rebuilding examples that you would use a two-part epoxy for. Wood putty. DAP wood putty is a good example, and that's like for cosmetic and finished wood repairs. And then lastly, wax filler, and those are like blending sticks, and they're for tiny finished surface repairs. But we all know that there's a whole lot more options than just these. So next we'll take this deep dive into two-part epoxies a little bit better. And JB Wood Weld. I love JB Weld products. I like the metal one, the steel it's called, and I also like the wood weld. I like just being able to take those two parts. It's like putty and just mix it together in your hand. I really like that. Structural wood repairs, rebuilding missing areas and damaged areas. Then we have the Minwax High Performance Wood Filler. That's another example of a two-part epoxy. No, it's not. I'm sorry. That is a two-part epoxy polymer filler. Okay, that's for deep repairs, for rot, for gouges, and rebuilding. Bondo body filler. That's a two-part polyester resin, and it's for major repairs, rebuilding contours, edges, and very hard surfaces. The Durham's water putty is a water-activated gypsum mineral filler. Deep cosmetic fills, carved details, and painted furniture. Have any of you ever used the Durham's wood putty?
Mm-mm.
No.
I've not used it.
See. Oh, okay. So Gretchen says, so I asked the question, what's one, wood repair product that you can't live without? And the first thing that came to Gretchen's mind was wood glue. And
I
that is so true. The
have it,
wood
but
glue is the strongest repair. The strongest, if you're gluing something together, the bond that wood glue makes is actually stronger than the wood. Did you say something, Dar? And you've used wood glue to fill holes. Hey, Bronny. Caffeine's in hand, ready for the incoming information. All right. Let's see. So, all right. So
no, I'm
used
just
the
shaking
Durham's
my
wood
head, but I
putty.
can't hear you very well. Is it just me?
I don't know. Let me ask the people in the audience. I know that's what Mara said too. I'm going to turn it up a little bit, but then I had a little bit of an echo. So let me turn it up, see if that helps. Is that any better? How about you guys? Gretchen, Bronny, can you guys hear me okay? Hey, Jeannie. I'm a
Levon,
bit quiet.
I can hear Dar much louder than I can hear you, but I can still hear you fine.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna yell. And Jeannie says she hears everyone fine, but I will yell, and hopefully that helps. So I am using a different computer, so we're trying to avoid any problems, and I have a backup plan in case something happens. I can go to the phone, and I have everything printed out so I can read it. Okay, so I have a couple pictures to show you that Dar sent. Bronny says she can hear fine, but Levon and Dar are a bit blurry, but sound great. Okay, we'll take that. Um, then I don't need to worry about putting lipstick on before I come on anymore than if I'm blurry. Okay, so here's a couple pictures of some products that, and Mara has some in her own little hands. So this product I'm interested in hearing about. Dar, this is yours, and I noticed that you're good about putting that saran on the top of there. But yeah, I see Dawn from Shabby Meets Bling use this, so and I've never used this product. So tell us about this one, Dar. Did you hear me? Okay, can you tell us about one time?
When I used to do purveyor of saran wrap,
Yeah.
if you the lid on, make sure you tap it down. It's going to save on your product. And I did learn about this Shabby Meets Bling because this one she like makes a lot of her critters with.
Mm-hmm. Do you like it, the product?
To me, it's almost like a whipped filler. It's like, uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It would be good. Well, I've tried it to repair ceramics with. It works really
Oh,
good on repairing ceramic, any critters with it, but it's worth the money. It's different. It's very light, very fluffy, almost falls apart when you try
huh.
to like put it between your fingers. It's very powdery almost.
Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Okay, and there we are with the JB Weld. The steel stick, that's for metal, which we're not talking about, but the other one is the quick wood, and it just comes in that tube, and it's two different pieces. Um, it's like a Tootsie Roll. The middle part mixes with the outer shell, uh, but it's all soft like putty. So you just slice off what you need and then work it in your hands, and obviously if you're going to do a real big area, it's not going to be cost effective for that, but it's great for a little corner or a little nail holes or anything like that.
The equivalent that I have to that is called PC lumber, and it looks just like this, but it's the same concept. I don't know if there's a cost difference or not, but it for a while there you couldn't find Quickwood, but I could find this. So anyway, it works on the same principle.
Uh-huh.
It's like the Tootsie Roll with the center and uh, cut it off. So
Okay.
sometimes when you cut it
Now is
off
that
too,
the
though,
same?
Yeah, I think that
Hmm. Dara, you're kind of frozen. Mara, is that the same thing as PC Woody?
no, PC Woody's different. PC
Okay,
Woody's a
tell us
two
about
part.
that.
You want? I have that.
Okay.
Do you want me to talk about
Yeah, I'd
that?
love to see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is PC Woody. It definitely looks
I
very
will say
similar
if you
to this. So I'm pretty sure these two products are from the same company. It does look that way. So PC Woody, let me pop it
go
out of
ahead,
here.
are you froze,
PC,
Mara?
am I frozen?
No, I think you are,
No.
Dar.
Dar, you're frozen. You're
Now you're a
frozen.
little better.
Yeah. This is PC Woody. It's got 2 different ends. And when I mix this, I make sure to dig some out with one end of, say, a tongue depressor or a popsicle stick. And then I go to the other end because you don't want to mix these two. Let me pull this. And this is the white one. And this is the 2-part. This is very
Okay.
strong. And I typically use this on corners where
Okay.
it could chip off. And so anyway, that's how I use PC Woody, and it is pretty strong. And I've had success staining it with I don't think oil-based stain would work, but what's a Dixie Belle version of the stain that's paint stain?
Mud. Yeah.
I can't think of it.
Mud.
No, it's the gel stain.
Oh, the gel stain. Oh, okay. So it's stainable.
Yeah. So these things will sort of hold gel stain. They're not great, but it's better than, say, oh my gosh, like the oil-based stain or water-based, I think.
Okay. Oh, Dar looks so much better now.
Yes. And I got
Okay.
good on my
Cheryl
hands from that.
says. Oh. Cheryl says she likes Durham's because everything dries out in Vegas unless you use it right away. And with Durham's, you can just make up what you need. That's a very good point. And Bronny says, so far, these are brands I haven't seen in Australia. So, the land of Oz. We would have.
Yeah,
alternatives.
the only thing that I would say about the stuff in the sticks like that, if you don't like stuff that smells, most of the ones that I've tried, because it's like a Bondo type mixture, you're mixing 2 things together, it has a pretty strong smell.
Yeah.
No smell.
Oh,
No
that,
smell.
okay. The JB Weld stinks. JB Weld does not smell good.
Yeah.
Oh, see,
Now
I
the
don't
2-part
think that-
Bondo, yes, but this stuff, no, does not smell.
Yeah, I don't think the wood stuff, the JB Weld in that tube, I don't think that stinks.
Well, I may be thinking of the metal one.
The metal one stinks. The metal
Yeah.
one really stinks. Yeah. Bronny says that we would have alternatives. I usually use a spac filler, and I've known to use some Weld Bond and dust clay to fix holes as well. Yeah, I've done that too, and I feel like you know, it's just a tiny amount to do the clay with. I've seen people do that, but other times too, I feel like you need to grab a little dab of wood glue when you're doing that, in my experience anyway. Okay, let me go back to these media assets here, and let's see. So this one is color changing wood filler. I have that in a tube. I love that. I have to paint my bedroom ceiling, and I had put some molding up, and I did a crappy job because I was doing it myself and I didn't really have anybody else to hold it up. So I kept cutting it so I could manage it. So I have seams, and then I never sunk all the nails. So I need to sink nails and also, you know, just do that. And then the corner pieces where they meet up, I need to use that. But I have it in a tube, and I love it because it's, you know, the ceiling's white. I also got the ceiling paint that has the pink primer. So, you know, it's pink and then it changes, which is great. When you're painting a white ceiling, you need to know that where you
Right,
were.
right. You can tell where you've been.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then DAP, Alex Plus spackling.
That one's really, really interesting. It says you can use it on wood and plastic and all different kinds of things on it. If I had it sitting here, I could tell you. because I can't read what it says, but you can use it for different stuff. I can grab it and let you know. Let me grab it.
Okay. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at this product. Well, maybe we should come back because Dar sent that one also. I think this is just regular wood filler. I think it's Gorilla. So you'll have to give me your review on that.
That's my favorite.
Gorilla?
Yeah. For a while I wasn't able to get it like in the big tub, even off of Amazon. And I'm like, well, what? Now they're gonna stop making it. And then I found that package deal. I had to get it. It's got a little spatula and everything with it. And I found it in the tube. I have not tried the tube yet. I don't know if it's the same consistency of what's in the tub. The reason I like it in the tub is because I can add water to that and thin that out so much that it makes a skim coat. Doing a skim coat, if you get something that has a lot of damage on it, like a piece of wood, maybe you want to put some decoupage paper on it, or maybe you're going to paint it and you just don't want all them broken down areas where the wood has kind of deteriorated from the surface. You mix that up with water and then you can take a spatula and skim coat it really easy. That's why I like it.
Oh, okay. All right, and then tell us then about what you found out about the Alex.
Okay, this Alex Plus spackling, it is indoor, outdoor, interior, exterior for drywall, wood, and metal.
Wow, that's a lot of different surfaces.
Yeah, that one right there.
I'd
I'm
like
little-
to sit on metal.
I'm
I'd like-
surprised about metal, but it says it right on there, and it's interior, exterior, so it's got to be pretty tough. Does it smell? I don't know. Let's see. Does it smell?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
No, not really.
Like huffing wood
Woo!
fillers.
This is the one that I've been using for a grain filler, and it's okay. It's a lot like spackling, though. Just, but I've been using it.
Okay. Grain filler. That's an interesting product.
Yeah.
Premium wood filler. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I pulled it up. Yep, DAP. So it
you
works
know,
okay. I used it. I used it uniquely the other day, and it will be in the Anything Goes video. So we'll see how we
Okay.
use that.
Along the lines of grain filler, this is Dixie Bell's Mud. This comes in white, brown, and black, and it's good for that. It's not like a serious. It's not like a structural wood filler like Bondo is or anything like that. It's really just, it's a great product to have though. I use it a lot. I use it also when I'm doing smalls, like crafting, and, it's great for filling in like the holes when you drill, for new hardware, and then you have the holes left from the old hardware. It's great for filling in those places. It will shrink a little bit when it dries, so usually you have to put a second coat on, but I love the sanding of it. It just sands beautifully. So I do use that a lot, but
It has a really nice creamy texture.
yeah.
Now I was gonna say I have filled holes like hardware holes. You've got two and you want to go down to one, or you're gonna you're gonna move the hardware somewhere else or whatever. You want to fill those holes. I have used Bondo, and then when I've sanded the Bondo back, sometimes it chips, sometimes it shrinks, sometimes it's not even or whatever, and I've gone back and put Dixie Belle mud over that to try to smooth it out some more. And just, a tip. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll use a spray primer over that to make sure it's flat, and then, let it dry and then come back in and sand it again or add more of that Dixie Belle mud. So, and also if you're using mud, you want to make sure you seal it with a primer or a clear coat prior to painting, I think. Because when you paint over it, at least my experience is that it dries out more right there. Is that true? Is that your experience?
Yeah, sometimes you really can't see the surface well until you get the primer on it, and you think you have it okay, and you put the primer on, you're like, nope, it ain't okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what I'm going through right now with the piece I'm working on. Bronny wants to know if the DAP stinks. Does the DAP stink?
No. Whoops. I just dropped it. Oh, no. No, it doesn't stink.
Oh, she said she's lagging, already answered, so I'm behind. Okay, so Gretchen wants to know, when you're filling grain, do you think it's better to go against the grain or with the grain? I've recently seen conflicting advice.
Good
I
question.
would go against the grain because you're trying to fill it. You're going to sand it anyway.
Yeah, I think I go against the grain usually, especially if you got something that's not even.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, and Bronny says this is a good one because this is actually in some of the material, but if you're sanding the piece, you can use the sawdust and wood glue to make your own filler, which is perfect because it matches. It's a good method. So yeah, that's another one, and it's definitely cheaper than any
Well,
of these
yeah,
products that we've been.
that's where that problem comes in. If you're trying to stick to the wood color, how do you get that with the filler? Is the filler, a lot of them, sure, they're paintable, but they're not really stainable. I haven't found a good one that's stainable. So your better bet is the natural color of the wood and some wood glue mixed up if you're trying to get your wood to match.
But
Yeah,
would
especially for stain.
the glue resist the stain?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I-
I don't think so. I think it.
You know what?
I think that's a really good solution. I've used that before.
I'll try it
What do you
someday.
think, Bronny?
I'll let you know. I'm going to try it and I'll let you know.
I've just always done it on natural wood or white wood.
Okay. Okay, so the big question that I asked in the beginning, what's the one wood repair product that you absolutely cannot live without? So, Mara, I'll start with you. Have you thought about that? And I have a bunch of other questions for you guys. So, Mara, do you know? Would you have?
That's a little hard. PC Woody, right here. I don't think I could live without that. For small things and even filling holes, I noticed the last time I used it, I didn't have to go back and fill in anything. When I primed it, that hole was covered, it was flat, and on corners, the stuff can't be beat. It's just amazing. However, we're talking about price. I think somebody talked about that earlier. You don't want to make a big fill using this because it's kind of expensive. So then you have to go to a different product. And so then I'm going to say this is my second one, not to steal the show or anything, but this would be my second go-to, which is this Bondo wood filler. And I actually like the wood filler color. It's kind of a wood color instead of blue or whatever you get with the car one.
And it's pre-mixed, right?
No, this one it's a two-part.
Oh,
Just like regular Bondo. But I try not to use it because it smells like, what?
Yeah.
It's got a chemical smell. And PC Woody doesn't.
I'm always afraid with Bondo, I'm going to use all the hardener up because it seems like they don't give you very much hardener for it.
Yeah.
Um,
But you
so
can run
Martha-
down to AutoZone and get the hardener just by itself.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Hmm.
I didn't either. So, well, I want to go back to Bronny says she thinks it's a bit iffy for staining the glue with the sawdust, that it makes it resistant a bit. But if you're wanting a perfect match with the original wood and then the varnish, it's perfect. Okay, and then Gretchen says seen people add glue to small cracks and then sand over it, thereby filling it with the wood. I think the wood dust sits on the top and is stainable, but that's also a small repair. So, it's kind of the same principle. And Kat just joined us. Hello, Kat. We're talking about wood fillers. So, all right, Dar, what's the one wood repair product that you absolutely cannot live without?
That the Gorilla wood glue that I can really water it down for skim coating. I mean, I've gotten some pieces by the time I was done, it looks like there was more filler on the top of it that left than there was wood showing. So I'm going to say that one because I can do it pretty quick.
I have to
Okay.
try that one.
And I know I'm gonna say my mud just because again, I always say this, for years I had these products at my disposal. They were always handy in the shop and because I sold them. So if I ran out, they were on the shelves. But I don't have that anymore, but I've tried some other things and I have favorites, but this is one that I would have in addition to all the other favorites that I've had. But I think I would say then my second would be the wood weld from JB Weld. I really like that product. So, okay. So I have some other questions, and then so you are audience, you can answer the same question. Feel free to throw that out there. What's the one you couldn't live without? Bronny says she's going to try some of these for sure. So, what do you guys use for old hardware holes? Dar, what do you use to fill hardware holes?
Probably the Gorilla, the Gorilla wood putty.
Okay. How about you, Mara?
I use a wood dowel, and then of course when you sand it smooth, it's never smooth, and you can see it has like a little volcano in it. And then I use the PC Woody over it,
Okay.
and that's given me the best success.
I think that's the best method there is for the hardware holes. I really do. Bronny says just wood filler, water based wood fillers. Her go to that she couldn't live without. So now, what do you use? What's your favorite product to use when a chunk of wood is missing? Dar, what's yours?
Well, I try not to buy anything that has a big chunk of wood missing.
That's
Here
part.
to dream.
Um, I probably would, if it was a big piece, I would probably try to do Bondo. You know, I've never gone as far as trying to make a mold of something no, I can't say that. I made a piano key.
Yeah, you did. Did you use
Um,
Bondo in that?
no, I actually used, I can't even, it was Let's Resin brand mold maker.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And the key was plastic. So all I had to do then was just use my white quick resin, the 10-minute resin, and pour it in there, and then I got my piano key.
Yeah. I had a piece of furniture that was intricately carved and it was missing a big hunk. out of the handle or the arm of the chair, and I used the two-part mold putty, the amazing mold putty, and made a mold, and then I used Bondo to make a replacement. And I do like what you can do with that, like if you have that piece missing and you fill it with the Bondo, and while the Bondo is still wet, you position it on the piece, and then you can, after it's dry, just peel off that mold. Ideally, hopefully it works that way. But yeah, I did that with that one arm of the chair, and that worked pretty well. That reminds me, I have to finish that project. If something's not in my sight and someone says no hurry, then there's no hurry. So, but Bronny says same thing. I don't buy if there's big chunks missing, but when people give you stuff, sometimes, or if you get that really good curbside find, and it's free, you can.
Well, if it's got a big divot in it, you can always come back from a big divot. But if it's got like a piece missing off the bottom or a piece somewhere, then I'm really reluctant to buy it to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to add, I wish Jenna had been able to come on tonight, because when chunks are missing off of furniture, and I want to say it was a video that I saw her do, she took and flattened the area where it was broken, and she took a piece of wood and she cut, around it, and then she filed it or sanded it smooth. So, I mean, she did the traditional, fix, versus most of us who've recently started furniture flipping. We're using these new chemicals and these new applications, and the new polymers, or, like amazing putty to make a mold. But in her case, she's really making a real fix, like how they used to fix it, where they would piece on. And I kind of wish she was on tonight to show or talk about how she's done that process. But I'm pretty sure I've seen
that's how Kat fixes her stuff, because she's more into restorations.
Yes.
So she's cutting the wood, and she's chiseling it off. She's cutting the wood and putting the wood right back in there and filing it down.
Yeah.
And she's on tonight, so she might be wanting to make a comment right now. She might be poking away at her computers. Yes, yes, yes. So
you go to Owling Dog Designs. She's got a lot of wood fixes on some of her pieces.
Yeah. It's fun to watch her repair.
Now, I'm not saying that the Bondo fixes are any less if you're going to be painting over it or something like that. But I mean, a true restoration, you would, in my opinion, not want to do Bondo.
Yeah.
If you're just
Kat's
making
saying what's that, and she has a chunk missing coming up. We were saying how. She says she loves carving the wood. It's addictive. We admire that, and we're not using the product, but using the actual wood to repair the chunk missing. Bronny says, I fix small defects and make structurally sound, but I'm a furniture artist, not a restorer, so I know my limitations. And to be honest,
absolutely.
I can't be bothered with large repairs. I'd probably just use for bits. Yeah, I understand.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And if you're not working on a restoration piece, and you're maybe doing more of an art piece, and you're going to paint it, it makes I want to say financial sense to use some of these other techniques than to use the long technique of gluing the wood and restoring it back. So each has its pluses. I'm going to say, I'm not going to say one's better than another. I guess I just want to say it that way. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Well, I was watching a video where a person takes a frame and then puts sticks on it, wood sticks on it. But she takes the stick and she uses some type of putty, or I'm not sure, one time air dry clay, and she forms like the sticks going right up into the frame. It's really cool.
I've kind of seen that. It's kind of like an art piece, right?
Right. There's no picture in it. It's just like a very old ornate frame with a stick attached to it that kind of flows onto the wall. But then she also makes that stick flow into the frame.
So what do you think she's using?
Some type of putty. I think one time might be a good final on it, but I think something a little beefier on the bottom to give it more structure, and maybe something like that one time over the top of it because it's a little more easy to mold.
Okay.
Am I giving feedback?
No,
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
that might be because you're so loud on my side.
Jeannie says, I have a chest of drawers and someone chiseled out a finger notch on each drawer to get it open. The hardware is bolts. Great. And Kat says she's having trouble hearing me, and I apologize. I'm trying to talk loud, but Kat says dowel joinery repair. So I'm trying, I'm yelling, Kat. Okay, well, the next question then. So we talked about these a little bit. So I'm going to combine the next two questions. What's your go-to for painted furniture? And then what actually works when you're staining? So Dar, what's your answer to that?
What was the first part of that? What is your...
So what's your go-to for painted furniture? Like if you're doing a painted piece, like for wood filler, and then what actually works better for you when you're doing a stain?
If it's painted, I'm going back to my Gorilla wood filler. If I'm going to stain it, I probably would try to use some wood glue in there and put some shavings, because I've had to have sanded it somewhere along the line. Take some of that wood shavings and pack it in on the top.
Okay.
Then you're still going to have a little bit of an open wood with some of the glue. Some of that, I think you have to be a little talented with some of the wood markers, the felted tip markers,
Yeah.
to get the right color. Like the guys from Art Deco, they use powders in French lac, whatever French lac is. Ask Kat. Kat, what's French lac?
Yeah, and that's another thing I really enjoy watching Kat do is color match. She gets that grain in there. Oh my, I love watching that. Bronny says she accidentally clicked off, but she's lagging further behind, but she can hear everyone and no drama with that today, she says. Okay. Mara, how about you? Painted furniture and stained. What's your go-to?
Yeah. So the thing that I've had to replace most often is the edge banding. Like the edge banding's been torn off or broken, and for that, I just do the new edge banding and iron it on. They have like the heat edge banding. I've done that. Or I've gone as far as to replace wood or wood trim or cover it up with wood trim. And then if I have to wood fill, like I said, PC Woody, I've had really good luck getting gel stain, but I've also had luck doing gel stain over, of all things, this wood Bondo. So,
Mhm.
like the two tables that the dog ate, I used Bondo and it surprisingly covered it up. I'm not gel stain and it covered it up.
Mm.
So I've had luck with that.
Okay, Kat says the French lac is a pre-mixed product she uses for French polish, and she makes our own. That's interesting.
Oh, she needs to come on and do a demo.
Yeah, yeah, Kat. Let's have you on sometime to do that. We'd love to hear about it and maybe see an example. Maybe you could show us some video of that. And hopefully you heard me say that. Okay. So, just gonna kind of touch over these things because I can't believe time is kind of flying already, and we want to go over some of the things that are up and coming. But so we talked about having a filler crack or shrink after painting. Um, how do you handle that after? So I guess after you've painted it and you've had your filler crack or shrink. My answer is go back and fill it again and, just retouch the paint. Is that
Hmm.
what everybody else
Yeah.
thinks?
I
Okay.
I don't seem to have that
Bonnie
problem
says,
very much.
Yeah.
okay, that's good.
Yeah,
So, and
not with that PC Woody. I've not had a problem. And if I have
okay,
like a
just
tiny
instructed.
crack or something, I know I've done Dixie Belle mud over it and put shellac and then repaint it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's
Ronnie says I've got
bigger,
faux wood grain. Pardon me?
if it's a bigger gap and you have to really pack it with a lot of stuff, I think, I've had that, I think, real occasionally. And I will go to something that is a flexible silicone type of caulking or fill, something that's flexible, then it won't crack like that.
Okay.
Caulking from a gun caulk.
Okay. Okay. Um, all right, Bronny says I've got faux wood grain dragging tools and I have color matched with acrylics and done the faux wood grain. I've restored some pieces for special people I know, but like I said, I'm no restorer. Um, I'm actually going to be using the faux wood grain dragging tool not just for paint, but I'm going to actually put some texture in it because I'm trying to repair some texture. So that's in a video that I'm going to be doing coming up. So, um, okay, and we talked about the Durham's wood putty. I think I'm the only person here that's used it. I don't know.
I
Did
think
everybody
Kat
else?
uses that.
Kat, you use it? Do you like Durham's? And what do you use it for? And while you're pondering that question, um, Bondo, is it genius or overkill?
Hmm.
One word answer, genius or overkill?
Overkill.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me,
It 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 smells bad.
It does smell bad, but
It
it
smells
does the
very
trick.
bad.
So I'm going to say it's genius.
But genius when you got to use it, especially when you were talking earlier about, um, you got a part like you got a claw leg, and it's supposed to have three claws and you only have one or two, and that it's perfect for that.
Yeah, it really
You make a
is.
mold and, you
Okay.
how
So,
else are you going to fix that? I don't know. So, yeah,
right.
I like it for that.
So Kat says she hasn't tried the Durhams. Um, and like Cheryl said, she did, but Jeannie says Bondo's overkill, and Kat says it's genius in the right circumstances.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with Kat.
Okay. Um. All right, and we talked about the other answers too. So, Bronny says, if it stinks, I won't use it. I value my lungs and I prefer no migraine. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the
All
down.
right.
It's horrible.
Well, let me pull up some upcoming things. So I have these out of order, I think. Yeah. Okay, first up is the Ugly Duckling Challenge, and that's August 26th, which is next Wednesday. Oh my.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get it. I ain't gonna get it.
Aw.
My main was the unique antique. Since I co-hosted, I had to get one done for that.
Yeah. Well, I'll get one done for that too, but it isn't started yet, let me tell you. And that one's due on Saturday, August 29th. So back to Ugly Duckling. That's hosted by Corey from Desert DIY. And so she wants an autumn theme, autumn tones, and just take an ugly piece of furniture and make it beautiful. And there are some rules that go along with that. So check our Facebook page, the Flippin' Fab YouTubers, or the Flippin' Bunch, but the Flippin' Fab YouTubers page. And if you don't have access to that and you want, send me a PM because I have admin on there and I can add you to it. So you can look for challenges. So, Dar, tell us about the Anything Goes, Let Your Flowers Grow.
Well, by the end of summer, I think do something that you want to do so anything goes. Any type of furniture you want to flip, we're going to be happy with. So anything goes.
Okay. So not necessarily flowers.
No.
Okay.
Mine does not have flowers.
Okay. All right. And then, why can't I get this graphic to come up? There we go.
Yep, this is the
Mara,
Eco
tell us
Challenge.
about it.
Yeah, this is the Tim Burton tribute. And this year's focus is on eco paint. So just tell us in your video what makes your paint eco-friendly. And you'll have
All right.
lots of paints if if you're going the full out Tim Burton. But just use Tim Burton as your inspiration.
Sounds good. All right.
It's gonna be fun, Kat. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh, I know. Let me catch up a few comments here. Bronny says, I've got a piece almost done that I will put in for you guys for Anything Goes. Yay! And it's got lots of flowers. And Kat says, that looks like fun, Mara. And Bronny says, I have my images printed for the Eco Challenge. Cool. So you guys are, you're on it. All right. Let me see here. So if you would like a text reminder right before the show, a half hour or so before the show, we'll send you a text message. So just text live to 814-515-4905. You can also be added to an email reminder if you send an email to flippinbunch@gmail.com, and you can put live in the subject and we will send you a reminder there too. We've never had anybody do the email reminder. Everybody always does the text. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Let's see. What you got there?
Oh,
Low
nice.
odor or what? Rust-Oleum
Yeah.
low odor.
It works like junk. I bought 2 cans and I can't even get it out of the can. It's like
Does it
it's
have that rotating
no.
dial?
No, it's Rust-Oleum low odor, and it's like I don't know if the formula since I think it's pretty new. They don't have it quite right, or I have some crappy cans. But I started spraying and then like it just quit. Took the nozzle off, cleaned it. There was like particulate chunks inside the top after I pulled the sprayer part off, and there was particulate chunks inside the sprayer tip. So it's like you can't get it out of the can, and maybe they don't have all the propellants in it that it needs to get it out of the can. So I don't know if anybody else has tried it. Have you? And did you have good luck? But I'm not going to try it anymore.
No, that's the first I've heard of the low odor. But I was watching a video the other day from Corey from Desert DIY, and she was using just a Rust-Oleum spray, and it has that new adjustable dial. And she said she has terrible luck with it, that it just clogs up all the time. She hates it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Gretchen says so many great challenges. And where did August go? And I hear you. Where did it go? I don't like it. Bronny says she has 8 events before year's end.
Oh, wow.
I haven't even. Events, you mean like shows you're doing? Or challenges that you're doing? Yeah. And Bronny says, Dar, that's not cheap. Get your money back.
Oh, I'm going to. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anything else? So does anybody have any of our audience have any answer to the what's the one wood repair product that you can't live without? Curious. Bronny says their markets and events. Oh, wow. You're going to be a busy girl.
That's a lot of work, girl.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Going there and getting set up and doing all that. You have a very nice presentation in your booths. You got to make all that stuff too, so that's a lot of time.
Yeah, yeah. I did the workshop Wednesday today, and showed some of the stuff that I've been doing the last couple weeks. You know, with the we went thrifting, and so we did that. But they also, I had wanted to do a back to school thing, so we're doing that next week, which is normally out of my 2-week range. Then I'll still be on the following week, so I'll be 3 weeks in a row on there doing that. But I did meet, the whole point of saying that was I did meet somebody today who has a shop, and I might be doing a vendor event with them and then leaving some product there until the end of the year. Oh, and I have something to show you. I couldn't resist. I didn't get very many IOD products, but I got the Bell Snickle mold. It's the Santas. I can't wait to use it.
We got exciting news for next show, don't we?
Yeah, what? Well, wait a minute. Crystal?
Yeah, Crystal's back.
Yeah, she'll be, yeah. And hopefully she's going to do a vacation inspiration, show for us, because we want to see all the things, the beautiful things. I'm sure she took a billion pictures, and I can't wait to see them. So, Ronnie says, have a brilliant week. Hope it's cooled down a bit for you. We're not too bad here, but I know, Mara, you've got it. So she's almost done with her little storefront in the front of my storage. Good. We can't wait to see that. Chandelier's up. Whoop, whoop. All right. So thank you. And I'm glad it was helpful advice, Gretchen and all. So we're 2 minutes ahead of schedule. Anything anyone want to throw out there? If not, we're glad you came tonight, and yeah, we're looking forward to having Crystal back with us. We need a few giggles. So imagine the echoes with giggles and echoes.
Oh, that would have been wild.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and we hope you have a wonderful week. And as always, we love you, and see you next time.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye.